Hey all there, Tony here from the ClassicLead.com Retro and Modern Gaming Podcast in association with GotGame.com. Today I'm reviewing Driver San Francisco for the PlayStation 3. I'm actually very excited about this review because the original Driver game, entitled Driver You Are the Wheelman, was one of my favorite titles for the PlayStation 1 and one of my favorite titles of all time. I loved how it kept you on the edge of your seat as you played a fun story and got to participate in some wacky and crazy, hair-raising car chases. Now, the Driver series kind of lost touch after that, and I've always hoped that it would regain that magic touch again. Well, good news gamers, enter Driver San Francisco, the latest entry in the series for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and I can gladly tell you that Driver has recaptured some of that magic again. Let's get right into the story. Driver San Francisco is obviously set in modern-day San Francisco. You play as a laid-back cop, John Tanner, who's supposed to be celebrating the punishment of his recently captured supervillain, Jericho. Well, unfortunately, Jericho escapes, as supervillains often do, and John ends up wrecking his car in the chase to recapture Jericho, and he goes into a coma. Now, you spend most of the rest of the game in Driver San Francisco capturing Jericho in John's mind? Does that sound crazy to you? Well, it is kind of crazy, and that's where the wacky story of Driver San Francisco comes into play. John is actually able to shift into any vehicle he wants, because you play the game in his mind. And shifting is the central part of the game. John can at any point fly out of the body he is in, float over the entire city of San Francisco, and take control of another body who is driving a car. This actually sets up for some really fun gameplay, so let's talk about that. Driver San Francisco has a ton of gameplay content, and almost all of it is a blast to play. It has 11 multiplayer modes, which are fun, but feel just more like extra content. And unfortunately you have to buy the game new to have free access through Ubisoft's Uplay Pass, which is packaged into the game. Now there's also some challenges to the game which place you in various scenarios that have you complete, and I almost like these more than the online multiplayer. But Driver has been and always will be a single player game in my mind. It doesn't need multiplayer to be fun. The game is centered around a great single player campaign, and that campaign is chock full of content all by itself, so that's where you're going to be spending most of your time. Now, when John goes into shift or floating mode, he sees a map of San Francisco and various gameplay options from races, stunts, Tanner stories, and more. This is all paced well and has a feeling of working together to complete the story, but at the same time has a nice feeling of progression. You have to unlock new modes, earn money, complete missions, buy new cars, and open up new parts of the city and the story. Now graphically the game is beautiful. It runs at 60 frames per second, which is great for any vehicle-based game. The San Francisco city looks fantastic, the rendering is nice, and it's just a great city to drive around in. Believe it or not, the voice acting and character models actually look pretty good as well. I was very impressed overall graphically with this game. The controls are good. They're really arcade-based racing controls, and so that means they can be frustrating at times. There's no doubt that Driver San Francisco is not meant to be a racing simulator, but it can also be a little bit too heavy on the arcade side from time to time. I love arcade-style racing games, but sometimes the accuracy is way far off, and it's frustrating, especially with drifting and sliding. So, just to emphasize, the controls aren't horrible, but they can be frustrating at times. In conclusion, Driver San Francisco is not the perfect game. There's minor control flaws and kind of a wacky story that keep it from perfection. But I do recommend this title as a fun title. For anyone who loves the thrill of the chase in vehicles, they did a great job returning Driver to its roots and to what makes the series fun in the first place. And you won't be disappointed if you pick this one up and you want to have some fun with it. Check it out today.